Hello, it's been a while. It's great to be back. So, I want to dive straight in today and talk about the need, the necessity, the pleasure to take some time out to reflect, to actually take everything off one's plate and have nothing to do, no commitments, nothing. And the reason why this is really important is it clears the mind space. There's always lots to do, isn't there? And to actually just be on our own and take the time to just be, maybe read a book, but just be with ourselves and spend some time in nature and just walk and just be present with ourselves and see what comes up for us. Because what I can guarantee is that guidance does come, wisdom does come through our own thoughts. We already have the answers in terms of whether we should be changing our place of work or having a conversation, deepening a relationship, focusing on our health, our fitness, our spiritual practice, whatever it is. And the truth is we can spend all of our time being distracted and busy and reacting constantly just to the day-to-day, activities of life and all the commitments that we have, and not taking any time for ourselves is it's not wise, because all that happens is we lose touch with who we are, with our essence, with our own intuitive guidance, and really doing things for ourselves. We spend all our time out there helping everybody else, that we don't take the time to reflect. So, there are practices that we can do on a daily basis. There is journaling. There are lots of things that we can focus on, meditation, etc. However, there is nothing like totally removing all distractions and just being really being open to the many senses that we have, not just the 5 senses that we obviously have, the things that we're doing, what we're seeing, what we're hearing, all of that distraction. The wonderful thing about having nothing planned and just waking up in the morning or setting out on a walk with no real intention and just being, just having, when a thought comes in and acting on it, there's nothing more amazing. And honestly, opening up the space like that is where guidance comes in. And this is exactly what's happened to me over the previous months. When we're ready to move on, divine timing has a way of guiding us. So this is why, if we don't create time, make the time, be it just a Sunday morning to go for a walk, try to go for that walk without any distraction, although don't put headphones in. Just be with your senses. And these are the moments when we're going to receive these thoughts. And the question is, are we then going to listen and take action on those thoughts? Because it's a process. So the thought comes in, then we have to, if we speak about it, and then we let it drop into our heart, and we start to feel, actually, yeah, that kind of feels quite exciting. Where did that come from? And then we actually ground it, we take action on it, and we do something about it. We have that conversation. I'm sure you've had it on many occasions when you just reach a point where you decide, that's it, I'm going to have that conversation. So being alone out there, in here, whatever it is, just take everything off your plate so that you can be present and open to receiving your own intuitive guidance like that. And it's something that I did. I actually, how many years ago now? 7 or 8 years ago, when I had to remove all of the work from my life because I had, I hit a brick wall. I was overworked, stressed, way beyond the capacity of giving energy to something, like way, way, way down a deep, dark hole, and felt I had no way out. And I literally hit a brick wall one day, and I literally fell to my knees on the floor, and I just realized, it all came out emotionally, and I realized that I had no choice but to get rid of, my life had to change. And I took 10 months, which is a long time, to be in reflection. I was very careful after that point to what I committed to next. But my point in mentioning that to you is that it's not a good idea now. I don't wait for things to get so bad. I'm aware that I have a cycle, a burnout cycle, where I do too much and do too much and do too much, and then I have to stop, which is what's happened to me, exactly what's happened to me in the past few weeks. And taking that time again, just to stop, to be on my own, to reflect. I know it's not always easy to be on one's own when one has children and life commitments, but even if it's just a little commitment of time every day, just to be and read a book. And if the mind is meant to wander off, the mind will wander off and be in reflection about something. Something will start to come through. And so what is important is that I realized this time that balance is key. This is obviously something that I'm Libran, and this, being the sun sign of Libra, we're not born with balance. It's as a Libran, all of our star signs, it's what we're working towards in this lifetime. I'm working towards creating balance. That's my one of my goals in this life, so to speak, is to create balance. And I haven't been doing a very good job of it so far. So I realize now that I don't want to wait until, I don't want to exhaust myself. I choose to be back here. I choose to be back here with you. I realized that what I'm sharing and this connection and all the coaching work and the membership and everything that I do and the retreats is absolutely my purpose. Yes, I have my work, and it's okay for us to have work, where we get to create some money and take care of ourselves, but it doesn't have to be our purpose. And that's what I've always done. My work has always been, I put my heart and soul and everything into it. And yet the truth is, my purpose, my reason for being here, which is to share about self and soul esteem, allowing the soul of who you are to shine through, to guide you. That's where the wisdom is. It truly is. And I feel, this is, I choose to come back and start sharing a lot more and take back my power and really just channel it and be that light, be that connecting piece for you to support you on your journey, and all of the amazing, beautiful people in my life, really, because if I am fulfilled and on purpose and in alignment with my spiritual health and my physical health, I get time on this day that I commit now to nurturing myself, to connecting with myself, to cooking good meals, to being with my family. And those virtues, those values that I hold have a huge effect on the people around me, and a huge effect on the people in my daily life. I'm actually really quite grounded now, and I wouldn't be so if I was just constantly at the effect of everything in everyday life, which, let's face it, there's always going to be some bad news on the TV. I don't watch it. I keep a track of what's going on, but I don't get triggered by those things, because I put in what I make the difference I can make today. And, you know, I don't want to be at the effect of everything. Like, really, I get to be grounded and be here for the people in my life and the team that I take care of at work, and all of the amazing people in my life within the membership. And it's such a pleasure. It's a pleasure being on purpose. So, and I want that for you. I want for you to take the time for you, consciously put it on the calendar, take that time out, you know, look for the support that you need to create that time. If you have the opportunity to go to the woods, to be in nature once a week, every morning, whatever it is, just to feel those extra because we are multisensory, you know, open up to breathing the oxygen from the trees, you know, like, really, especially living in a city like I do in Paris, it's constant noise, horns, aggression, you know, on the street. It's like, it's been so fantastic to just stand back. I've just spent some time in woods. It's extraordinary. I just like, it's my happy place in the woods. It nourishes me. It gives me, it brings me, it grounds me to remembering who I am, the essence of who I am. And it empowers me and gives me strength so that when I come back into real life, I have so much more to give from a place of calm, of knowing who I am. And I want that for you too. So I'm going to share with you, this is quite a long prayer, but it is so beautiful. It's a very grounding prayer. Something like this is so powerful to read. Even so, this is a great entryway into creating a moment, taking a moment for yourself to just be in reflection. Read it several times to just be present and seeing how it makes you feel. You know, this is the wonderful thing about having a little mantra and things like that. I have here, I'll show you. I've read this before. This is the one. It's by Tosha Silva. This is one. This is in previous resources here, actually. In you know, in oh gosh, oh my god, my brain's gone. On YouTube, in this channel that I have, it's in the resources, and one of the in fact, I'll put it in this one afterwards as well. And it's a very grounding prayer. It's again, it's not short, but I recited it literally several times a day. And when we really just immerse ourselves in these words, these divine words of wisdom, and when we repeat it again and again, it's like it just starts to go into our belief system and empower us, and start to, not only does it improve our vocabulary, actually, you know, it really does empower us to feel connected, to know that we're not on our own. And that concept of knowing we're not on our own, for some, you know, that we're all connected, we are of the same essence. And yeah, it's a story for another day, but it's so deeply empowering to just embrace that and trust that. So here's another one. It's really beautiful. This is from a book called Prayers of Honoring Voice. It's a grounding prayer, and it's called I Am of You. So it's a little bit like the Divine Beloved one by Tosha Silva. It's about speaking to the divine, which is no religion, there's no God. There is the one essence that we are from, that is part of nature, of the universe, the beloved, the divine. And that's the you, me, you. I am of you. Thank you for this day of spiritual grounding. Untie me from the pilgrim ship and place my feet on solid ground. Earth me in what I know to be true, all I have been taught that has served me well. Lift my eyes to recognize and take in what supports and sustains me. Like nature, like taking the time to breathe and reflect. Lift my eyes to recognize and take in all what supports and sustains me. Surround me with the wealth of community, the abundance of nature, and the prosperity of fulfillment. Imagine me a hunter of soul's treasures, returning with sound intelligence for sharing at the home hearth. Help me to reach my potential as your gardener and preservationist by providing me with sanctuary among the plants and the animals. Help me till into the soil that which feeds and nurtures it to health in a circular gesture of receiving and giving back through the seasonal terms. Let me mother those who find me on the path, as I have been held and encouraged by you, and those special loved ones who saw my need. Let me repay the favor. Qualify me to epitomize the value in others and hold them in high regard. Let me witness the deepest promise of greatness in each living creature I meet. Let me believe in the fruit that has yet to be born from them and support them with gentle counsel. Show me my purpose, so I may celebrate and value the work I've done while enjoying the simple pleasures of spirited exchange among my kind. Remind me of what it took to get here, regenerate my energy so I may be of service when required. Educate me in the economics of harmony. Isn't that just a beautiful sentence? Educate me in the economics of harmony. Train my rhythm to the heartbeat of the ground that cradles me. Run with my spirit through the fields of frolic and revelry, and let me never forget that I belong to you. Bless me with the immodest songs of merriment and gaiety. My days of hesitancy are far behind me. Surrender me to the ambition of the mountain, my final destination of this quest. Lodge within my banks of reason the fact I am provided for in all ways. Remind me that I am of you and my sister and my brother too. Accept our thanks for all of creation and for the journey. Pixie Lighthorse is the author from the new book, Prayers of Honoring Voice. Isn't that just enchanting? So enchanting. I love it. These little lines of wisdom. That vocabulary I just find it so inspiring, really, truly. And voila, I hope this has been helpful for you today. Please take some time to just be in nature, be by yourself where possible, take away distractions, be present, because this is the only moment we ever truly have. So let's embrace it. And when we read a little amazing little poem like this, a prayer to ground us, to bring us into this present moment, it just opens up the space, puts everything aside to just be open to receiving our own guidance, the guidance that we're meant to receive. Trust it, because you should always trust it. It's the smartest, wisest guidance you can ever trust is your own guidance. So be open to receiving it, because your life is for living. It's time to start listening. Sending you much love, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.